Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Tuesday Night Rotor Talk Live, episode 19. Got a lot to talk about in this half hour. Hope everybody had a great Tuesday. It's hard to remember it's Tuesday, especially here in the U.S. Monday's a holiday, Labor Day, so that's always hard for me to do that. So let me go ahead and bring the chat up here. Hope everybody had a great day today. I did. I'm just hard getting back into the swing of things at work, that's for sure. Mel, welcome. 120 Down Under. Jim, JB Drones, Drone Shots. Thomas, 120 Down Under. Cardasso, Thomas. Boss Bill, welcome. Welcome. Archie, Dwayne, Samuel, welcome. How is everybody doing tonight? Let's go ahead and get the chat popped out here. Yeah, got a lot to talk about tonight. First thing I want to talk about, though, is I hope you guys had a chance to see the videos that OriginalDobo and I did. Ken, we had a blast. We were at what's referred to as the Tower here in Tampa. Just had a great time. Ken put out a wonderful video. It was incredible. And he did a zoom shot of the city of Tampa with the tower in the foreground. It just, wow, just blew me away. Just absolutely blew me away. And we are definitely going to get together again. And if you haven't subscribed to his channel, you need to do so. Ken's a straight shooter, and he puts together, he does some great video work. I don't know if you're watching, Ken, but, you know, double thumbs up, and I can't wait to get together again. Valerie and I had a great time. Thoroughly enjoyed our time together with him. That was just an awesome. Mike Roche, welcome tonight. Thank you for joining. Daryl, welcome. We just had a great time. Well, Zeppi, welcome tonight. He really knows his stuff about drones, and he actually, what he did was, I downloaded my video onto an SD card, and he loaded it on his computer. And likewise, he gave me his on my SD card, so I brought it back and put it on mine. Incredible shots. I can't say enough about the Pro, but the Zoom is awesome too. And I think, yeah, he's in Kansas, Mel. He's on, he's on business there. So he did a fantastic job. We just had an absolute total blast. Rick Halber, you're out of the hospital. Thank you. Good to hear that. I don't like hearing that you're in the hospital. I like hearing you're not in the hospital. That's great. Very good. Droning about from Australia. Welcome. Glad you're on board tonight. Yeah, so really had a great time with Ken. Looking forward to doing this again with him. And we're going to do some more collaboration just besides even videos. We may do kind of like a Q&A kind of a thing, or just another video to get together, and just absolutely positively looking forward to it. And if there's another event, we'll think about maybe, going together if he's available to do that, if he's not, way on business or whatever. So the other thing is, the second thing I wanted to talk about tonight, my precision landing video, and then the response from DJI. And people are thinking, I'm really happy that DJI responded, and I got a number of responses about that. And people think it's canned though. But I'll tell you what, I'm sorry, I'm sucking on some candy. It was fantastic to get a response from them. I could not be more pleased. Steve Carpenter, welcome. Glad to see you on board tonight. Yeah, I am, Mel. My throat's real dry. That's why I'm doing that. Okay. It was good to see a response from DJI. I think it'll happen in a firmware update. I don't know when. And there's a lot of things. But I think a lot of people, and I've seen a lot of people focus on some things that were forgotten or not carried over from the Pro, from the original, call it the Mavic 1, if you will. But I'll tell you what, for me, I'm looking at what it has and the additional items that they gave us. I'm telling you, looking at this stuff, Now, I didn't put my videos out in 4K, but I'm looking at them in 4K on my laptop, and Valerie and I are just like, our jaws are just like hanging down to here. Just it's just absolutely fantastic. So, I think we need to be focused on what it has versus what it doesn't have. And that if things are important enough, that DJI will take notice and take attention to it. And the whole reason, I said that it was an issue, it's an issue for new pilots like me and people that most of you who are on this chat. It's not an issue, okay, not having that precision landing. But I have a lot of new people on board, new subscribers, and I also have several handicapped. Now, I had a handicapped gentleman, and he left a comment on the video I just put out last night. Absolutely blew me away. And I'll let you guys try to find it. It's on there. It's easy to find on the video that came out last night. But he talks about how he was very grateful for what I'm doing and how I'm looking out. And I still have that. I have a couple other ones as well too. So it's important to them because a lot of times it's not easy for them to fly, and it gives them some freedom. And read the comment from the gentleman from last night. Absolutely fantastic. And I'm gonna let you guys find that on your own. So but anyway, just moving on from that. So people are also talking about, and one of the other things I wanted to talk about tonight was, I don't know if you saw the swapping of the cameras. What did you guys think of that? I wanted to hear some thoughts from you guys, because I've had a lot of people ask me, "What'd you think of that, Bill?" And I start using the new Mavic 2 Pro. Yes, Rick Halbert, I'm looking forward to that, and I want to see some video from you, Rick. The Hasselblad was the camera that first went to the moon. Yes, Jim, it was. Looking at that, seeing the swapping of the cameras was very interesting. And should you do it yourself? I know there'll be warranty issues if you think about trying to do that kind of stuff yourself. So I don't want to get into that. That was my whole thing. If somebody asked me about that earlier today, I don't know about that. Swapping is awesome, but wonder how much the cameras are gonna be by themselves. The Pro camera is $700 on eBay. That's crazy. You're probably, yeah, Jeremiah. Thank you for raising that point. If you're trying to do that yourself, if you're buying drones and say if you bought a Pro and you bought a Zoom and you just want to swap the cameras out, go for it if you want to do that. And I don't know what that does with warranty issues with DJI. So good luck on that end. If something happens, if you want to file a claim, I personally would send it back to the manufacturer. The DJI. I know they're going to. There's been nothing has been set regarding a charge regarding swapping out the cameras. So I don't know what that's going to be. Normally DJI wants to send to them so they can make some more money doing the swap. There's no real need to send it. You can do it yourself very easy. Yeah, Mel, it is easy, but I think you run into a problem with a warranty issue with them. And I think that's where they'll have you over a barrel, because if, say, you go ahead and swap that out and then you want to file a DJI Care Refresh claim, and they'll say, well, you swap that camera out on your own and that voids your warranty and your DJI Care Refresh, and you're out of luck. You can't get a replacement drone. So unless you purchase separate insurance. I'm just giving you an example on that. So that's why I think I know, Mel, I know you're right, Mel. They do want to make money on that, and I understand that. But I also think too, if you want to play it safe and want to make sure you don't void your warranty, you go through them, and then it'll probably cost you, I'm going to say $200, $300, $400. I don't know. I have no idea. DJI hasn't set any prices on that yet at all. So I think it'll be cheaper with DJI Direct in any way. Yeah, Michael, welcome tonight. Yeah, if you're worried about warranty, you shouldn't do it. Yeah, okay, Mel. Yeah, you know, that's fine, Mel. I know you got the skills to do. You definitely have the skill set to do stuff like that. A lot of people don't. A lot of people, you know, don't have that kind of skill set like you have, Mel. You know, because you're technical and you know electronics and things like that. You're able to do those kind of things. Some people prefer not to do that kind of stuff, and you know, I'm happy for you if you do that, and let us know, film it, and let us know how it happens if you end up doing something like that. So you know, you'll have warning problems, but it's very easy to change. You're right, Rick. It is very easy to change. You know, I agree, but you know, do you want to take for people who are warning conscious like I am? I wouldn't want to take that chance. That's just for me. But for me, you know, I already have the Pro, and the camera on there, guys, is just unbelievable. And you know, and I know I've talked to Ken. It's about 8 or 10 screws and a ribbon cable connection. That's what I thought, Mel. That's exactly what I thought. It's not. It's really kind of a no-brainer. As long as you have a small screwdriver, you're good to go. I mean, really, it's not that hard. But I got to tell you this. I think I think you probably saw Ken's video, and he's talking about OriginalDobo. He's talking about he likes the zoom, but he's gonna upgrade to the Pro camera. And you know, I did see the zoom camera, and it has some great features and everything. But I got to tell you what, this Pro camera, you know, I'm seeing things out of there stock without, you know, just coming raw off the, you know, off the drone, putting it in my SD card and bringing it up on the screen. And Valerie's like, wow, jaw drop. I mean, just incredible. And I'm comparing it to photos and also to video that I've taken with the Mavic Pro, my old drone. And I mean, really, I mean, it was crisp and clear with the Mavic Pro, but you could see a lot of times where you would need kind of a color upgrade for some of that. I don't even see this here. Of course, it's not been the best of weather down here, you know, sunny, that kind of thing. It's been kind of overcast, a little partly cloudy. But anyway, you know, the colors are very rich on there. The detail is phenomenal on there. And oh yeah, I did try out the other day, guys. We did do a lot of filming, and I got a couple more videos coming out. And I did try the it slipped my mind right now. Anyway, hyperlapse. I'm sorry. I did try hyperlapse. Welcome, Bill Thomas. Thanks for joining tonight. Mike Brooks, welcome. I just saw you on board. Yeah, I did try hyperlapse out, and Valerie's like, wow. I just tried I tried a straight hyperlapse, and I'm hopeful. We haven't had any good sunsets the past couple of days. I want to get it up for a sunset behind our house. And if you guys have seen some of the pictures I've taken with the my Mavic Pro, I've taken some really good sunset pictures back behind our house because it faces west. So Steve Cross, welcome. Thank you for joining tonight. I know it's late for you. Thank you for joining. You guys know my house, back of my house faces west, and we've got some incredible, absolute awesome sunsets back here. And wouldn't you know it, since I've got the Mavic 2, we've not had any real sunsets to speak of. So I was kind of hoping for it yesterday and tonight, but nothing. So kind of waiting on that. But when it happens, I want to get up there and do a hyperlapse of that. And all I did was a hyperlapse of car traffic, but it was incredible. Listen to this: 4 minutes and 20 seconds for 5 seconds of video. And I can tell you something, guys, it eats up battery. I had, by the time I was done, it was 39%. I had 100% on the battery, or like 99%. It was a 39% battery. You know, just 4 minutes and 22 seconds for 5 seconds worth of video. But I'm telling you, it's stitched seamlessly. It's all done for you. It's wow. I mean, that's just incredible. It does all that processing on the drone itself, and then I put it on the SD card, brought it up, and Valerie's like, wow. And she goes, is that all? And I said, is that all? I said, it took 4 minutes and 22 seconds to do that. Crazy, 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 crazy. But no, and I've been trying out a lot of other stuff too. I've tried out quick shots, 2 thumbs up, just working fantastic. Got no complaints with that. And also one of the other things I wanted to talk about was it up in the wind. We had a windy day the other day, and I have to tell you, hyperlapse of the clouds at sunset. Oh, tell me about it. That would be fantastic. I'm kind of looking forward to that. No, I can hardly wait for that myself. But the quick shots, they were just absolutely perfect. And you know, Valerie was just, when I had the Mavic Air and was testing it out and did the asteroid, she's just like, wow. So that was one of the first ones I did. It was like, wow. And one of the things I can tell you is, if you want to try try quick shots, you need to be in a very wide area, and you need to have altitude, especially for like boomerang. I thought I was far enough away. There were some trees there next to the soccer field where we were at, and I kind of had to stop it in mid-flight because it was gonna get entangled in the trees. So, but make sure you do, whenever you do quick shots, do it in a big, wide, open area where there's no obstructions. That's my 100% piece of advice for some of the other. I haven't done a bunch of them, but I did all of them, and yeah, I was very impressed with that. It works. It absolutely works. One of the other things I wanted to talk about tonight was there's been a lot of, Samuel, I don't know if I said welcome to you, but welcome tonight. Thank you for joining. Harry, welcome. Did you firmware update on the batteries? Because I didn't have to with my 4 batteries. I believe they came already updated, which is weird. I haven't, since, let's see, when did I fly? I flew yesterday, and my firmware update was all set, Harry. I don't think so on my 3 batteries. So I'll double check, but I think I'm good. But thank you for bringing that up. That's a good point. One of the other things I wanted to talk about tonight, had on the agenda, was there's been a lot of talk about the remote control with a built-in monitor. And I don't know if you've seen the other gentleman who did the presentation at the event, and I think his first name was Eric, when he went up to Greenland. You guys probably saw that part of it. And he was asked, DJI asked him to put the Mavic 2 through some extreme conditions, and he did. But on the boat, they showed some pictures of what looked like the Mavic remote with a built-in screen in it. And I saw some pictures of that. Have you guys seen pictures of that? And yeah, there's been a lot. It's been kind of fueling up, and there's been a lot of talk about that. So I don't know. You know, I can tell you one thing. You know, especially if it's a crystal sky monitor on there that you'll be able to use in bright sunlight, get your checkbook out and get prepared. Get several Ben Franklins out for that. For those of you here in the U.S., those of you overseas, that's $100 bills. Get several of those out, because I'm guessing that's going to be expensive. I mean, it's not going to cost your $100 you would pay to get a new remote. It's probably going to be like $400 or $500 or maybe even more. So that's going to be pricey. But you get the benefit of that monitor built in there, which is, what can I say? I mean, it was fantastic. Yeah. Anyone felt filters to the Mavic 2 Pro? Rick Halber, that's a good question. DJI actually has filters for the Pro. They're $79. I think that, yeah, $79. I know Ken Dono ordered his for the Zoom, and he said his have shipped already. So, well, it showed initially that it wasn't available, but it is. And if you go to my latest, one of my, the link's there. So go ahead out there, Rick, and go ahead and order. I think they're $79, I believe, for the Pro. So out of stock, yeah, yeah, that would figure. Thank you for posting that. I appreciate that. Heck, a 5.5 crystal sky is $500. Yeah, Steve, you're right. And I think, you know, if you combine that with the remote, it might even be more. Yeah. But it depends upon, you know, if you want something like that, if you want that versatility, you know. But then again, something that you lose with that is the compact form factor, being able to fold that remote up, put it in its pouch. Now, I got the Flymore kit, and I've been using the case that came with it for now until I explore other options. And it's actually been pretty good. And also, DJI gave us some swag when we were at the event, and I got a backpack that has DJI on it. So I'm able to carry like my landing pad in there, my spare batteries, charger, all my accessories, my Mav mount that I use to mount my tablet, my iPad, everything. It all fits in there, which is fantastic. I love it. It's a one-stop shop. But like I said, I'm looking for a good permanent solution and waiting till cases come out. I'm also waiting for maybe FreeWheel. It's like, hey, we'd like to send you a Mavic 2 case to review. So probably going to go there as far as that's concerned, definitely. A lot of people are caught up in the hype of the latest and greatest. I'm still rocking the Spark and getting incredible footage. It's not about the gear you have. But Cardasso, you're right. You're absolutely right. You know, for me, you know, the Mavic Pro was fantastic. This is a step up, and it's all how you use it. You know, you guys do great things. Okay, Bill. Okay, Samuel. Bill, to buy DJI Store, you have to subscribe to make a purchase. Yeah, you do. I believe, Samuel. You have to get set up an account with them, and they'll need your name and address, and I believe phone number to do that. Just to let you know. GPC case. Thanks, Rick. I'm gonna check that out. And I know FreeWheel will probably, you know, ping me when they have them available. I actually had somebody from one of those other places, not even FreeWheel or GearBest or anything, ask me if I'd be interested in a Mavic 2 case. Say hi, Valerie.
Hi, Valerie. Hi, guys.
Valerie's saying hi right now. You probably heard her on the video last night saying, why are you late?
I'm sorry.
Don't take over. Don't take over. Let it land.
I ruined it for you. I love you.
I love you too. All right. No, Valerie did not ruin it for me. Actually, she didn't know. I didn't tell her that I was going to do one manual and one just let it go from the video from last night. So, yeah. So, yeah, that's kind of funny there. But no, getting back to you know, we kind of got into a segue about cases. You know, thanks, Rick, for bringing that up, because I haven't really looked a whole lot as far as cases are concerned. I'm using the Flymore kit case that's come with. It's actually not bad. It's a little tight in there. Even, you know, it has room for 2 extra batteries. The Mavic itself, the remote, and you can put. I have props in the front pocket, and also there's a little mesh pouch that I have my cables that I use to hook up. I have both an Android cable and an iPhone cable in there too to hook up either iPad or Android. So, and I actually did something I hadn't done before. I had hooked up my Android when we were out. Ken and I were out on Saturday, and I was surprised. I was surprised how well that worked, and especially with my phone case on there. I have an OtterBox over a Galaxy Note, and it fit over the handles on there, which was great. So I may use that sometime, because I downloaded the app on there, and it worked like a champ. So I had absolutely no problems with that. Yeah, as far as that's concerned. Yeah, so as far as cases, you know, they're going to be coming out with that. Next thing that I wanted to talk about, and I don't know if you guys knew this, you probably know this, on the bottom side of the Mavic 2, whether it's the Zoom or the Pro, a lot of you probably that have had the Pro got landing gear for it. You know, the plastic pieces up front and the plastic piece on the bottom. So it sits kind of high when it lands, which is a good thing. Well, one of the things on the Mavic 2, the bottom, on the back, on the bottom, there was a place for it to clip on. There is no place, because what it is those pieces are now rubber, and they're really like the back landing gear, if you will, so to speak. And I think the other thing is with that, and it's going to be a challenge probably for these aftermarket people, because you don't want, there's so many sensors now on the bottom, and we also have the lights on there, that being able to put a clip on there is going to be kind of rough. So, you know, that's one of the things that I'm really kind of, you know, if anybody has seen anything on landing gear, please let me know. So shoot me an email on that. I haven't seen anything on that yet. I was just kind of curious, because I know myself, I really liked it when my Mavic Pro would land and the gimbal was up higher. I just like that extra bit of protection. So if you guys see anything on that, you know, give me a shout, send me an email, and let me know. I'm always on for that. Oh, I do want to apologize about my audio. My mic I had broke and it wasn't working well. And you probably heard from last night's video. I know I got quite a few comments about it, and I do apologize. I'm looking for a good solution, a good wireless mic that I can use and hook up to my smartphone, because I use my smartphone to do my videos. So if you guys know of a good solution, you know, not a Sensenbrenner, I think that's what they're called. They're like $500 or $600. I'm looking for a cheaper solution, you know, $100 or under, something around in that kind of a ballpark, because I need to get some better audio, and I know that. I'm also looking at a different, like, lapel mic for inside, or maybe just to use the wireless mic inside as well. So if you guys know of a solution for that, please email me. Please email me at BillTheDroneReviewer@gmail.com. I'd appreciate that, because I don't want to get something that's wireless that's going to interfere with the Mavic 2 and, you know, the signal. I don't think it will. I think it's be on a completely different frequency. So I'm not sure about that. Comic on my page on Amazon links. Thank you, Mel. I appreciate that. I'll definitely check that out. We are going to have a Sunday afternoon Rotor Talk live. I've missed I think 3 Sundays in a row, but we're not going to miss this Sunday. We will be on at 2 o'clock Eastern time. So just to kind of give you guys a heads up. Yeah, Mel will be making late. You're right, Rick. I'm sorry. I was sucking on a lozenge. No, Mel will probably be making landing gear for it. you ought to patent it, Mel, and make some money off that. That would be a great thing. No, we will be on Sunday at 2 o'clock Eastern. So, you know, set your watches, calendars, reminders, whatever. And one of the other things is, I'm kind of winding down here, because we're going to wrap. I want to keep these shows to a half hour, because I want to give you what I can in a half hour and not really kind of go over, because I think that's important. Give you guys back part of your evening. I think that's important, and I think that's important for me as well. And to keep these to a half hour, you know, I need to keep moving on my topics, and I did hit all my topics tonight. And I'm going to kind of do a recap here to wind down these last few minutes. You know, we did talk about, you know, OriginalDobo and I getting together, and we are going to get together again. And I can't tell you how much fun it was. I just absolutely had a blast with him. Ken is a great guy. You know, even outside the videos, he's the real deal. You know, I can't say enough nice things about him. We just had a fantastic time. Valerie enjoyed meeting him and spending some time with him as well. You know, we also talked about the precision landing. You know, the response from DJI that I had, and then the 2 videos that I did last night. As far as, you know, return to home, and and the people that I think it's an issue for. It's obviously it's not an issue for me or most of you guys out here. It's an issue for people like brand new pilots who probably need to use something like that, or, you know, I have several handicapped subscribers who something like that is important to. You know, we also talked about the new possibility of the Crystal Sky monitor being hooked up with the remote. They actually showed those in some still pictures, and they've been circulating around, which have been fantastic. I'm excited that there's a possibility of that. We had also talked about, and I lost my list here. We also talked about cases, and Rick Halber had mentioned one, and I'm kind of waiting on Freewell to ping me and to let me know when they have some available. Half hour too short, an hour's about right. You're right, Thomas. It is. I would love to do that, but I think I have an agenda that I like to get through, so I make sure I cover all these topics with you guys. And what I want to do these last 5 minutes here is I want to open it up to you, guys, for any questions. So you guys have any questions at all regarding the Mavic 2 or something, or if you want to talk about the Phantom 5, you can talk about the Phantom 5. Oh, good thing, Jan. PGY Tech has Mavic 2 landing here on Amazon. Thank you. Novice quadcopters, welcome from New York City. Bill, a couple feet difference is a non-issue. Even for movement impaired, it's just a couple feet. I know, Mel, but there was a gentleman who he replied last night on my video from last night. He needs his to land. He's a quadriplegic, and he needs his to land on a platform because he can't bend over to reach him off the ground. So he needs it to land on a platform that he has up in the air. So that is kind of important for him. That's an instance in that case where it does make a difference for somebody. There is no Phantom 5, so what there is to talk about? No, I'm just bringing it up to chew the fat, Mel. Just see if anybody had any questions about anything. Kim, welcome. Glad to see you tonight. What happened to the bottom of the gimbal, Dale? I don't know what you're referring to. Are you talking about the Pro or the Zoom or? Oh, good thing, Mike. You're going to absolutely, positively love it. I guarantee you that. One of the other things, while I'm waiting for you guys, the Phantom 5 will be released in the fourth quarter. Yeah, Mel, you're right as far as that's concerned. Yes, Mike, that is you. When it gets close by, I put it in tripod mode manually to land on the table. Thank you, Mike, for bringing that up. I appreciate that, and thank you for subscribing. And know that you have an advocate out there, with me. And if you need anything, Mike, don't hesitate to email me. I'll be happy to help you out. And I have several other ones who email me regarding that. So I want to fight for you guys with DJI and get you guys things that you need, because you should be able to enjoy this wonderful hobby as much as the rest of us. And I think it's fantastic you're a part of it. Bill, I don't know about some of them. You can set radiuses. I'm not 100% sure. I went with what was stock, Bill. But the big thing is with quick shots, like I said, you need a wide open area. I mean, it is really wide. I have to believe that there are settings. I'm not in-depth familiar with quick shots. I wanted to try them out. I got them all tried out. They do work. They work very well. But as far as like parameters are concerned, I didn't see any options when it brought up, and I thought it normally would. Like when I did point of interest, it brought up, it let me choose the radius from my object if I want, when I did my video on the tower. But for quick shots, there was no real options as far as setting like a radius or a diameter or height or anything. I think there's a set height for like rocket and for asteroid. And one of the cool things about asteroid is it's taking pictures, and you see the camera tilting, the gimbal tilting up and down as it's taking all these pictures up there. I think that's absolutely fantastic. You can in the air. Didn't see it with the Mavic 2, Bill. I think, yeah, that's a good point. Maybe that's one of those things that DJI needs to add. I don't know. Bill, email me about that. I'll do some research on that. That's a good point. That's a real good point. Yeah, Jan. I exactly. Like Mel said, I think it's like, probably 6 screws in a ribbon cable, and that's probably about it. Especially, you know, for those of you who are inclined to do that, and just a caution, if you guys do something like that, understand, you know, you may void your warranty with DJI, just to throw that disclaimer out there. So, oh no, that's okay, Dale. Thank you. I appreciate that. So as a reminder, we are going to have Sunday afternoon Rotor Talk Live. It's been a while. Sunday at 2 o'clock Eastern. So you guys definitely put that on your calendar and schedules. We're going to do that here. I'm trying to stick to this half-hour format. I think it's good. I think it's good for you guys. And if there's something that you want to discuss further, please let me know. Please email me. You know, we can bring that up either next Tuesday night, or if you guys want to show up on Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock, I'll be more than happy to take your questions then. And I enjoy the Sundays. And I'm sorry if you guys over in the UK, I apologize I haven't done any for like several weeks in a row. You know, last one we did was right before the event in New York City, so I do apologize that it hasn't been there. So, and also if you guys, you know, I know I'd mentioned this earlier, but definitely if you guys have, and I know Mel had something about his wireless mic too, but anybody else, if you have any ideas or suggestions, please email me regarding a wireless mic that'll work with a smartphone. I'd greatly appreciate that. That kind of wraps things up for tonight. And as always, you know, the absolute best way, you know, if you're on, you know, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, but the best way to get a hold of me always is BillTheDroneReviewer@gmail.com. If you have something that's pressing, if you need a question answered, you know, a lot of times I get messages on Facebook and I don't always see them as quickly as I do my emails. So just to kind of let you guys know, especially if some of you are new subscribers, you know, just to, if you're wondering why I don't get back to you as quick on Facebook, that's probably why, because I see my emails more than I see that Facebook page and getting those messages. So just to let you guys know that. And I don't know if you guys caught this or not. I'm going to kind of close with this. I've changed my closing phrase now. And just to kind of reflect, you know, for me, and remember, it's a great day to fly. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening. You know, post your new videos of your Mavic 2. I want to see some of your stuff out there, guys. You know, even if it's a, you know, 5-second clip of your hyperlapse, you know, get it out to Bill the Drone Reviewer on either the Facebook group or the Facebook page. I would love to see that. Absolutely, positively love to see some of your clips and some of your still photos from the Mavic 2, whether it's a Zoom or the Pro. Get them out there. I want to see them. I'm anxious to see some of these guys. So we'll be back Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock Eastern time. Thank you guys so much. And remember, it's a great day to fly. Take care, guys.